Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved, but how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To throw is Marino. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Marino. Going right back to Wilson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. From the 44, Marino. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Marino. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Marino. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here we go again with Marino. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
19 yards there on the catch and run. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Marino's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Marino will throw. And a completion to Wilson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Again, it's Marino. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now Burrow loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now Marino to throw it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Over the middle here to Wilson.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Marino. And it's caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On 2nd and goal, Marino. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Bengals at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Sliding out of the pocket, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 28 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Marino to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now Marino on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Marino sets up, shoves him aside, and he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 25 on second down, Marino. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Marino, 3rd and 1. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Marino looks to toss it again. Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. The Minnesota Vikings taking on New Orleans. Set your alarms for...
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Marino. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Marino. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season, nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a first down.
11 more on that one and another first down. To throw again is Marino. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal. And the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a first down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the first. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Rolling to his left. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A gain of 22.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long. Burrow flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a third and long after that sack we just saw. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Cincinnati. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll look to throw here. Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Marino here from the gun. That'll be caught for a Dolphin touchdown. It's Williams. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Saquon Barkley, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll roll him out right.
Oh, great grab by Chase.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
11. Right there in the middle. 55. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 55. 11 MT. 11 MT. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow on the move to his left.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Here we go.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Burrow. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Draw play, Edmonds. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks